A war against one of the biggest breadbaskets in the world. Ukraine's fertile farmland now a battleground. Military drone footage exclusively obtained by CNN shows Russian artillery pounding wheat fields, burning the summer harvest charcoal black. Farmers race to protect their crops. Until Russia's invasion, Ukraine was the world's fifth largest exporter of wheat.
All right, this looks like some kind of munition over here.
Now Ukrainian farmers are harvesting a deadly crop.
Mikhail says these are pieces of Russian rockets that they gathered out of the fields.
Mikhail Lyubchenko takes me on a tour of his farm.
He'll show us. That's another shell strike.
Acres of wheat waiting to be harvested within earshot of pounding Russian artillery.
This is absolutely surreal. We're amid the wreckage of previous battles, armored personnel carriers, military vehicles, and then you've got farmers out here that are harvesting wheat right now. The vehicles that have been destroyed here, this could have happened back in March, February, much earlier. But we're also seeing these impact craters from shell strikes that we're told probably took place within the last couple of weeks.
Despite the threats, these brave farmers still bring in their harvest, only to face another obstacle.
This is 3,000 tons of wheat from last year's harvest.
Цены нет из-за того, что оккупанты заблокировали порты, и мы не можем порты сделать, чтобы они работали.
He can't sell this wheat because the Russian military has blockaded Ukraine's ports, so there's no way for this to be sold except at an enormous loss.
Ukrainian ports, where ships once carried millions of tons of grain a month to global markets, now blockaded by the Russian Navy. The logjam driving up global food prices, triggering warnings of famine in some of the world's poorest countries. Last month, the Ukrainian military forced Russian troops to abandon Ukraine's Snake Island in the Black Sea. The Snake Island victory freed up channels to the Danube River. Ukraine reactivated Soviet-era ports on this waterway as an alternative route for the export of grain. But experts warn the river can only handle a fraction of Ukraine's pre-war cargo. This week, Ukrainian, Russian, and UN delegations meeting in Istanbul say they reached a deal in principle to resume shipments of grain by sea. But Ukrainian farmers continue to face deadly threats on land, making it too risky for many to plant crops for next year. This frontline farmer vows not to give up. Our soldiers are fighting and dying to get rid of these occupiers, he says. We need to feed our country, the soldiers, and help the whole world with our food. That's why we'll keep working. He calls his farm the second front in this deadly war. Ivan Watson, CNN, in southern Ukraine.